Is there something to do to become more spiritual? A talk with Unmani.
Is there something to do to become better or more spiritual or more awakened, to improve myself, my life, the world? This question comes up again and again because it's coming from the mind, and the mind is making this assumption that I am someone, a reference point, and I'm going somewhere, and I'm located somewhere. I'm living my life on this timeline, and I'm becoming, right? I'm achieving, I'm arriving. And this is fueled by hope for a future, a better future, fear of a worse future or what was in the past. And that's in our own personal lives, but then, of course, also when we look at the world or the planet, in the same way. And when we believe that I am me and I'm located and limited to this human and this reference point in here, and we believe in time, that time really, truly is something that this reference point of me moves along in, then it seems as if we have control over what happens or what doesn't happen relatively. And if we have control, then it seems there's something to do, to fix, to change, to fill a gap that we feel is there, with something that we feel is missing. We notice there's some kind of uncomfortable sensation or experience in some way, and because it's uncomfortable and painful or even frightening, the mind naturally will turn to hope for a better future and look for ways to fix it and change it, and something to do, because it gives us a feeling of control, right? Because without anything to do, then what, right? We're just stuck here now with whatever is uncomfortable, just feeling it for as long as it's here. And then, of course, the mind can flip to the opposite extreme and just become passive, especially when we hear the spiritual concepts about just being present, living in the moment, which, of course, it's all true and it's all beautiful. But when the mind takes it on, it can turn it into a passivity where we just don't do anything. We don't make any changes. We just sit around waiting for some big change to just fall in our laps and make it magically all better. And this passivity is another kind of doing, actually. It's another kind of attitude for me. This is my way of living, right? I can believe that I am someone that can be very active and make big changes and control my life, or I can be actively passive with the attitude of passivity. And what I'm talking about actually is neither. It's not about being passive either. It's not any kind of attitude. And in fact, it's not about doing or not doing. It's about who is doing or not doing. So you might do a lot, or you might not do very much at all. Or there may be phases where you do a lot and phases where you don't do much at all. And doing or not doing can have all kinds of effects on your life or consequences in your experience. But the point is, who is doing this or not doing this? And when we question this assumption of a me, or this reference point that we assume is in here, and we see that actually this is just a thought, a belief, then all that there is left is this experience, this sensation, this image, this sound. And this experience in this moment could include doing something that seems to lead to the next moment. The play as if there is time goes on, as if this moment is first and then the next moment comes. This is the game. This is the game of life, of being human in the world, in time and space. But when we see that there is no me inside here, then we get the joke of it. We see that it is a play, as if it's happening in time, as if there is a timeline that someone is moving along. And then we can see that sometimes doing something is necessary, being active. Sometimes we feel very much called to be very active, to jump into something, to move when we have a sense that this is the way forward, the next step. And sometimes there isn't a next step. And it's just about meeting what's here, staying with it, staying still, not doing, just feeling. Noticing the thoughts that want to do something, that find it uncomfortable to just stay with what is here. And we keep bringing the attention to the sensations. And at some point, we may notice that there's a wave of some action happening again. So it's not about whether you do or you don't do, it's who is doing. And if there's no one here, then doing is happening by itself, or not doing is happening by itself. It's not that you need to choose. It's not that you are a separate person who has control, or that there is a better future out there one day. It's that it's all actually unfolding perfectly as it is. And the play, as if there is a future to aim for, it goes on. We go on planning our day or a week or a year or whatever, as if the future is going to come. We go on making efforts to improve our lives in some way, to improve our circumstances, even to improve ourselves on the spiritual path by questioning our beliefs, for example, or encouraging ourselves to stay with the sensations more and more, to take time to be still, to nourish ourselves. But all of this happens really for no one. It's just this play as if there is someone here doing something.